Match the linear inequality to the correct description of its graph. So I have three linear inequalities here. But what does this mean? These less than and greater than or equal to sign and greater than sign. And what does it mean to shade the region above and below in solid and dashed lines? Teaching assistant Chloe is here with her latest cheat sheet notes. When you have a greater than or a less than sign, you will draw a dashed line. When you have a greater than or equal to sign, less than or equal to sign, or an equal sign, you will draw a solid line. If y is greater or y is greater than or equal to, you will shade above. When y is less than or y is less than or equal to, you will shade below. When x is greater than or x is greater than or equal to, you will shade right. When x is less than or x is less than or equal to, you will shade left. If 0, 0 is true, you will shade the side that has the origin. If 0, 0 is false, shade the side without the origin. Now that we have Chloe's cheat sheet notes here, let's go ahead and look at each one of these problems. On the first one, we have y less than 3x plus 4. So when we go ahead and graph that, getting the slope and the y-intercept, we will notice that the less than sign will mean that it's dashed, and because it's in y less than means we will be shading below, or going down the y-axis, that side. So you can see right here, I have a dashed line, and we did shade below the line, or going down the y-axis. So on this one right here, it will match up to our second graph description, shaded region below dashed boundary line. Now let's look at number 2. Y greater than or equal to negative 3x plus 4. Greater than or equal to is a solid line, and we have it in the form y greater than or equal to, meaning that we will have it shaded above, or going up the y-axis. And we can see right here, we do have the solid line, and we did shade above it, or going up the y-axis, that's the side we would shade. So when we're looking over here at our graph descriptions, this one will match up with this one here on the bottom, shaded region above solid boundary line. Now let's look at the last one, number 3, y greater than 3x plus 4. Again, on this one, we have a greater than sign, so that would be dashed. And since we have it in the form y greater than, we will notice here that we have to shade above, or going up the y-axis. So when we look at this graph right here, we have our dashed line, and we did shade above, or going up the y-axis. So on this one, it matches up with our top graph description, shaded region above dashed boundary line.